Anyway, to goes Mandus & Co. Meat Processing Factory. And a little notelet has popped up. The Mandus Processing Company. My sole pleasures are what I have seen, but I have last reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards to find those floodwaters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. If you're cradling them in water, they are probably dead, because if you put someone in water, they will drown. You can drown within an inch of water. Seriously, I'm not kidding. But yeah, helpful tip for everybody: never cradle anybody in water. You know, cradle them in other things, like earth, or an actual cradle, or a bed. Those are better things to cradle people in. And by people, I mean babies. Putting a grown person in a cradle is weird, and will probably break the cradle. Unless it's a big adult-sized cradle, but then who even makes those, and who would want to make those, apart from that weird American guy who dresses up like a baby? That's got to be the weirdest non sequitur I've ever done. And that's saying something. Right, we've got a little one of these things. Let us have at the gramophone then.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
I have no words for that. Although my view is, if you think that there is a world that's better than the one we're in constantly, and the only pleasure you get out of life is to live in such a way that you're guaranteed to get there, it doesn't. One of those things that doesn't sit well with me, because this is the world that we should be focusing on right now. This is the one that we're living in, breathing in, meeting people in, and any kind of promise of a future world where it's apparently even better is just really, you can only get there if you do certain things. It's just horrible. This should be it's like in his Dark Material suits, we need to build the Republic of Heaven where we live, because there is no other place that we can live. This is the world that has all the meaning and all the importance, and that should be the only thing that counts. Really? Don't you guys agree? Or if you disagree, tell me why, and we can have a sensible, reasonable debate in the comments, or on Twitter, or on Skype if you're one of the people that have me on Skype. That's just you have to really unsettle me, don't you, game? There's also a pig A somewhere. Yep. There wasn't one the last time I played. How did you get ahead of me? I'll wait for that light bulb over there to stop flickering. Alright, it stopped. That's very unsettling. Maybe he heard my rant and was wanting to come over here and talk to me about it. Be like, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Your words are just awesome. Is that charging? Yes, it is. Good. walk around here. Like, I guess if we go back to my rant, it's not like yeah, I don't know what to say. I think I've said all I can say until someone else says something. Like I said, nice reasonable debate, no swearing, no nothing like that, just be polite. Agree to disagree and all that kind of thing. This is way too quiet. But I am absolutely happy with that. I would rather not be dodging grotty pig people. Right, we need to go up. Come on, go a bit faster. He's downstairs. I'm fine. He's not going to come up again. Probably a different one than the one I left behind. We're almost tall enough to smack our heads on that thing, but thankfully we don't. Ah, it's one of you. Hello there, Mr. Face. You going to ring? Apparently not. What could I interact with up here? Oh, I can fiddle with the light. Kids? Well, that was weird. And train. Bottle and a book. What's in there? Okay, a piece of paper. That's it, come closer. October 17th, 1899. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trough at one end so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stun arms via copper cabling. We've observed that the artificial lightning contained in these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply onto the vertical, the physics of which tip the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. The hook passes normally through the haunch or the thigh of the product. From this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate into a channeled floor which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run into the fluid collection tanks. Grim. Oh, now you ring.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
Well, that wasn't cryptic and annoying. And those pig people are called wretches. Probably because looking at them will make you wretch. Ugh. Pretty sure we can't leave by the door. That's not going to open. Let me just test that theory. No, it just wobbles slightly. Any more nooks up here? I can't recall, so let's just double check. I cannot recall. I am ever so thorough. You know me, I like to be thorough. Doesn't look like it. Invisible glass over there, and nothing. Just a very squeak-inducing piece of paper and a very unhelpful telephone call from the face thing. The face thing! Let's head back down. Please stop doing that hand, that's really weird. It's kind of doing these odd twitch things. That I'm not quite sure of like full twitches or not, but it's just odd. Maybe I have carpal tunnel or something. But I don't know, I still need to sign up to the doctor's surgery at the top of my road. Which I haven't done because I'm a terrible, terrible person. Let's see, 35 minutes? Yes. Maybe the pig got stuck in something. We'll walk past and find him with his bum poking out of a piston or something. But this isn't blinking, so it's okay. Although how this is lasting so long, I don't know. There should be batteries to pick up to put in it. Or something, I mean really. Or a fuse. You have some spooky music. Down, get onto there. Or just sink through the floor. Had this really weird bug happen to me when I was playing Dishonored recently, where I was swimming and then I tried to get up onto a platform and then I just kept swimming through the sky. And it was just really bizarre. You're shaking. I couldn't land until I got to this certain part of the map, but it was just like really weird just suddenly flying above a load of whalers and hounds. Yeah, the coal is on fire. That one over there is lit, I believe, but it doesn't hurt to go look. And to check for other notes, which there does not seem to be. I'm at least doing this a little faster than I was last time. I think I was up to about like 40 minutes by the time this happened. I'm just like a couple of minutes in front of my previous time, which is brilliant. I know what's going on, so I'm going a little bit faster. We're not hampered by the fact that this is barely getting any FSP at all. I know my frame rate sucks. I do know this. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got on my... So hopefully you'll only have to put up with this until July. Which I'm aware is 7 months away, but still. Then you will enjoy lovely, crisp, clear, FPS perfect stuff for a couple of years. So I plan to keep doing this. I don't have any plans to give up this at all. If YouTube suddenly shuts down, I'll just find another place to do this. Because, you know, it's become a thing. This is now my life. And I do enjoy it, so it's given me a lot of pleasure, some pain, but I think mostly pleasure. Of course, I met a very, very awesome guy through this. And don't think I will ever stop. Damn it, Paige, don't start crying sentimentally, you're not an actress. And then we can flip that one more in there. As well. We could just carry it with us for the rest of the game. This big lump of coal. I don't even know where that coal came this big. Turn around. Oh. It's pushing the doors open for me, that's brilliant. Oh. Hup, that's gonna friggin' burn forever. Like this part of Australia that's been on fire for 600 years. One of my Australian workmates got bullshit on that fact, but I have you know, I got that information from Cracked. And their information is never spurious, right? Right, number 4's over this way. Shut up, guy, go away. Maybe I should just shut that door behind me, just to be on the safe side. Close. I've just noticed that his other hand matches his sleeve. We can see here. It took me, what, 6 episodes to notice this? I'm terrible. I'm not sure if that groan I just heard was a car outside making a weird noise. I think or something in game. That's already lit. Yeah, that one's fine. So 5 and 6 through here. We need to fire up, and then we need to come back in here and do something, and then I think go back through this door and past the wretch. Here's how I believe it goes. Is this gonna flicker, or is this game gonna have mercy on me? Mercy in a game? Heaven forfend. Yeah, I think we have to go through that door over there. That one is lit, I think. Maybe this one we just have to poke. Yeah, it's making the requisite crackling noises. There's the fire. So let's just grab this massive hunk of coal here. Something definitely did pass here because that is a massive crate. Danger, no entry to under pistons when machinery is at rest. But wouldn't that be the best time? Oh, what's that say? Lily's arms are made of steel, Lily's arms are silent. The pistons are silent, the plant is at rest, I must poke the hornet's nest to open my way, I fear. The scale of these engines suggests a far greater works invisible from the surface, so my friend must be correct, and a larger part of this plant is underground. We're close to the Thames, no wonder flooding is such a risk. And I did that without dropping the coal. Get in. I am awesome. Occasionally. Doesn't do to get arrogant. And this machine has been named Lily. That's not creepy or serial killery or stalkerish at all. I know you, mister, watching your wife in the bath. Creepy Victorians. We should get in the bath with her. No? Instead of just like going, oh, I can see through a picture. Things that I cannot see, even though we've had 2 children. I wonder how much of the Victorian thing for chastity is like an actual thing, or if it's just something that's been made up by history. Oh my god, come on. I shot you the other time. Let's get on this coal heap. All this coal just dotted around reminds me of the first book in the Keys to the Kingdom series by Garth Ennis. Has anyone read that? You know, the coal cellars where there's just like stacks of coal everywhere, and then you've got Prometheus XB sitting on top of a giant clock with things that come and remove his eyes twice a day. Let's say fire and steel. The fires are stoked, assuming the same architect is responsible here, so the chemicals plant, I surmise that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. So now we need to flip them switches, and we need to get back here and head down them stairs. Head down them stairs, head down them stairs. We won't shut the door after us because I don't think anything will come for us. Oh, there's a pig head where there wasn't one before. Where are these coming from? What is the point of them? Are they just there to just be random? Because we can't interact with them. They're just there to be creepy and weird. There we go. So I'll just push them. Encouraging noises, by which I mean incredibly discouraging noises, and boom. Everything feels alive and scary. So let's not press control because that would just make us crouch. Everything that moveth to the funky funky beat. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Steam, for freaking me out like that. I'm guessing this is where we have to go. Well, surely going there when the pistons are on is like more dangerous than if they were off, because you could get caught in one. That's still down. How do I make that go up? Switch. Something I missed. Can I jump? No. Right, so I've got this all set up, but there is no sign of... Oh, unless it's these things over here. Right, let's just go and investigate the dials. See if we can interact with them. Try to press the shift key there, fingers, not the control key. No, that is just a load of dials. That does nothing. Probably something in here. I will go look for it. Come on. Let's go this way around and double check. There's dials all over the floor. Interact with them. They're all green. Maybe it's this I have to interact with? No. The evens are all green. Ah, there's a piece of paper. Maybe that will help. How do we lift that door? October 18th, 1899. Serious collecting events have been installed along the ceiling at this stage of the line. In the process of stunning and bleeding, the product of exhausting vapours from its digestive system, which can be collected, condensed, using the methane boilers to drive the engine as a whole. So the product is more processed, more power becomes available, so that machine the productivity is actually increased. Simple stroke of genius, but one that encapsulates the benefits of a self-regulatory automaton. And they're all green as well, so what do I have to click to open them doors? This will require thought, and I am going to have to stop recording in a couple of seconds because it's going to run out in a minute, because my video camera I'm recording this on can only record for like 53 minutes at a time. Probably has something to do with those levers. If I stick one in the middle, if I stick them all in the middle, maybe it will open that door. I don't know. Let's try with the time we have remaining to us and see.